This has got me wide awake. You know, when you ride at this pace and this kind of chaos, man, you don't have time to look around for anything. Moto culture down here is huge, although about the biggest bike I've seen is a 200cc little Honda.
We made it to town. We hauled ass to get here. It was the best ride getting here. Urban assault, hooliganism. What in America would result in either jail time or me getting shot in traffic in a road rage incident. And it reaches me because I'm not a macho guy. I mean, obviously, at 52, there's got to be still some testosterone that still resides in me, right? Right.
Well, we're trying to find the famous sculptor Fernando Botero is from Medellin, and there's a park that has a couple of dozen of his famous sculptures. You know, typically big fat women and distorted people in big round shapes. Rubens in South America, and you can tell where people touch the statues because it lightens the bronze. So if you look at this gentleman, certainly people have been handling him in a very private place. Looks like pretty frequently if you look at the color change.
So one of the best things about being a motorcyclist riding around South America is you don't have to pay tolls. Every time you approach a toll station, there will be something like this. There's a little path to the side. Very, very cool. Makes you feel privileged to be a biker. Here we are at BMW Motorrad Days, Colombia.
So this was a surprise.
Wow. This is totally cool. We're going to be rock stars here.
What have we walked into? This is absolutely incomprehensible.
Of everything I didn't expect, it's a chance to come to Motorrad Days, South America. How incredibly badass is this? 800 riders here, most of them on GSs. This is so impressive. I love it. So many GSs.
It's very different from what you guys probably hear in the news and all this stuff. Colombian people are very, very friendly.
This is awesome, man. All these pretty girls want their picture taken. Are we camping here? No. Oh, damn. Although we wouldn't get any sleep.
Well, I guess the first time I roasted my very own coffee and I had the first sip, I just fall in love. And started buying one little machine here, one little machine there, and I started just getting crazy about coffee. So that's why I was able to get what I have today. This doesn't give me a lot of money, but it's just a lot of love and passion involved into this. So I enjoy that. And when I see people having a sip of my coffee and they say, oh, this is delicious, that's what pays for it.
I love it, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for coming to my farm.
It's been a chaotic run from the moment we left Cartagena. The first 2 weeks that we were traveling, we really weren't in control of our own destiny. We had really helpful folks in Colombia, so we were meeting their schedule.
When we first started, nobody knew where we were going, when we were departing, how we were going to do it, what we were going to do for the day, and there seemed to be this void.
I like the fact that there's not this clearly defined leader. Everybody's stepping up when they need to. People are taking part in the areas of the expedition that I think really aid to it. So I'm seeing a very high degree of competency and professionalism from the entire group, but there's also no clearly defined leader.
Leadership of any group becomes a burden. If you assume the role of leader, then people turn to you for answers on everything, and they have expectations, and if you can't meet them, then they get upset. And I didn't want that. You know, we're gonna have a big adventure together, and who the hell knows what's gonna happen?
Welcome to Colombia. Where are you come from?
Colombia to Ushuaia, Argentina. We've only been going for 5 days, so we have a long way to go.
Have a nice trip. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye.
Welcome to Cali. This is the Valley Group. It's in my office in South America.
How many people do you have?
Main office, headquarters. Come on.
Headquarters. So you guys are participating in something that has been in the works for a year and a half. When a really important mission or task is going to be launched, we make a special presentation. It is a tradition in our military to have special coins made. This coin has the logo of Expedition 65, and on the back, the flags of each of the countries that we're traveling through. Whenever he is in the company of us, and one of us puts our coin down on the table, if he doesn't have his, he has to buy the drinks for everybody. And the final tradition is you can only give a coin to someone with a handshake.
Y la siguiente tradición es que se tiene que dar la medalla, que esté con un saludo de mano.
There are only 4 of those in Colombia.
It's Cali, it's Colombia.
We scheduled the itinerary based on our understanding of how we ride in North America. And when we get down here, we just misjudged it. You know, we've had to ride harder, longer, to go shorter distances.
I think that we'll all have some level of being tired, and I think making sure that we pace our energy so that we can get through this, because when you get tired, you do dumb things. When the program was designed, we designed it around quite a lot of camping. So far, we've only had a couple of nights of camping, and it was to some degree optional because there were some rooms right next door. What I'm watching us is by the time everybody gets in, if we can stay in places like this, we would forsake the camping pretty quickly. So we're figuring it out, but I'm going to quit carrying my tent and sleeping bag with me every place I go.
The program is the van carries all the spare supplies for the team. The team has got what they need on their bikes for the day and maybe an emergency overnight. But we have everyone's extra luggage, we have food, we have an entire kitchen set up in the trailer. So every day we'll get somewhere, we'll unload some luggage for the team, they'll take it to the rooms, they'll get what they need, and then in the morning we'll put it back in the van and continue to our next destination.
This is our home, huh?
Do you have any room to live in there?
Yes, I have my room at the front.
A couple years ago when we were down here riding, we noticed how anxious the kids were for anything that we could give them. So Jim came up with a great idea that let's have some soccer balls and hand out to small groups of children. It'll be fun. There'll be a lot of good energy around giving out soccer balls. We pulled into this soccer field. As soon as we stopped, all these children kind of came from nowhere. Okay, dos más. Hey, any more balls? Any more soccer balls? I don't think we can add a lot to this party right now. We're just jumping on bikes. And we thought the soccer balls would be the attraction. And what we're finding out is the BMW motorcycle, the 1200 GS, is the attraction. Everybody wanted their photograph taken. The gratitude of that community, it was special to me, and it was really important to me.
Thank you.
A day in the life of Evan Firstman on Expedition 65, taking off from Chateau Guames. We're in what looks like Lake Tahoe or something. Unbelievable.
I noticed that one of my straps had broken off. I figured it melted, but apparently it wrapped around my wheel. So I'll do what any red-blooded American man would do. Pablo! Hey, Pablo! Hey!
Not to be the drama queen. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you. Thank you, fellas, the crack team. Anybody want to taste? No?
No.
Okay, very good. And it's getting to the part where I have to actually pay off a number of the members of the team to actually just keep me here. And in December, I sold my business that I'd started 20 years ago, trying to figure out what to do next. And there have been moments on the trip, some lights have come on and I've met some people. I don't know. Maybe we could put together a $35 million venture startup, Chris? Chris? No? See?